A red day during the bull run. What is going on? Everything is crashing. I see on X a lot of people are freaking out. People think the top is in. What is going on? Well, a lot of people are going to make a critical mistake that I want to talk about in this video. A lot of people over move. They always think that the top is in or the bottom is not. And because of that, people lose a lot of money on the table and they try to switch narratives and focus on the wrong cryptos. Well, in this video, I want to review why the market is dumping today, what it looks like overall for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the favorite alts, and what we should be doing during this time, guys. It's going to be a great video. We're going to get into everything crypto and more. Going over here to crypto bubbles, red is all over the place. What is going on? Chainlink down 15%, Fetch down 15%, Atom down 15%. The only thing literally green in all of this is move, but sometimes we have to back up a little bit. In crypto, we get so narrow-sighted. We've got our goggles on. We're looking at what happened in the last hour, what happened in the last day. Back up a little bit. Let's go to the week, okay? To the week, we've had a red week as well, but a lot of memes have been running. So let's try to get a picture of what's going on. Virtual has been running. That's an AI agent. Arrow has been running. Those are both base cryptos. If we take a look, Uniswap has been running. What is that? A decentralized exchange. So what am I seeing here? Uniswap and meme coins mainly. And that tells me that we are going to be in a decentralized exchange season potentially. And what is on decentralized exchanges? Potentially a lot of very low cap altcoins and meme coins. So let's go over and look at why the market was so shook up today. This is on Investopedia, and it's because of CPI data coming out this Wednesday. Predictions are they're going to be up 2.7% year over year, which is higher than expected for the annual rate that was 2.6%. So 0.1% has the markets freaking out, has your bags looking bad, and you might be making a mistake. You may be thinking that you need to sell, but I want to look at the charts and look at what I am personally looking at if I think we are turning bearish or if it's going to be bullish. And when we get to that, I want to look at BTC. BTC currently sitting at 97,700 at the time of recording this video, down 2% on the day, which is at a $1.93 trillion market cap. And let's go into a smaller time frame. And what we can see here is we have these lows right here, and these match up pretty good right here. The bottom of this wick did go underneath that, but if you could see, we closed that candle way above. But what am I looking at here? What I'm seeing, and I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not a TA guy, but I see a low here. I see a low here, but really I would count it at the end of that candle close or the next candle, you see? So I see a low, and something that's just right there even with that. So I like to move this up just a little bit, and that's what I'm looking at right there. And I think we definitely needed a cool off, guys. If you look, we're currently at 76 on the crypto fear and greed index on coin market cap. And if you look at the historic values, last week we were at 80, yesterday we were at 83, so we were due for a cool off, and in March was the high at 92. And you can see we're coming into a little cross right here. And if we go over to altcoin season, which is what I'm waiting on because I'm primarily invested in altcoins, we are currently at a 67, so this is getting a cool off as well. We were in 86 last week, and I know these markets are very turbulent, guys, and it's very, very hard to navigate them, but that's exactly why I trust my friends over at Caleb and Brown, the best personalized service. I'll put a picture of the tweet right here, guys, but they're in the States for 2 months just visiting clients. They hit me up, took me out for dinner. We talked about how to make brokerage better for crypto people, what the customer actually needs, and I just think there's no other personalized service on the market. So if you're somebody that wants somebody that you can pick up the phone and call them anytime, guys, that's Caleb and Brown. There will be a free promotional link down below. But so let's get back into Bitcoin. And when we're looking at BTC, okay, when I'm looking at this, what I see, I had that trend line. We broke above it. We tested it. That all correlated right here with what we had in this big bull flag that was running out, and the bull flag broke. And whenever I had my measurement for that bull flag, that took us to about 116,000. So in my calculation on what I am looking at here, we still have legs to go. Now, as always, I could be completely wrong, but one thing I want to point at is going back to the last cycle, and I think this is very critical. If we look at the high of last cycle, when we move that there, now let's move it up a little bit, okay? Let's change the color to something pretty, red. We could see where we are, and we are currently a good percentage above that. So if we look, we hit a high of 45% above that and are currently 32% above that. But when we go over to Ethereum, and Ethereum is what we need for altcoin season. For these bubbles to be big and green, we need Ethereum, the leading altcoin in the world, to be high. And when we take a look at it, if we mark off the high of last bull run, we are not even close to that right now. So if we go over to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is at 32 right now, and if we look, let's just say on average 38% higher. You can see how much further down we are right now. That would put Ethereum at approximately $6,500, which I think is a good level for it, and that is still so. From this line of all-time high, we're 35% away from that. And from where we are right now, we're 62% away from that. So that's exactly what I'm looking for altcoin season. But a lot of investors made the mistake whenever Bitcoin was at 85, 90, 95, maybe even at 100 of selling out of their altcoins when they were on the ground and aping into Bitcoin. And that just doesn't work, guys. You can't chase the pumps. You got to beat the pumps. And to beat the pumps, you got to be before the pumps, previous pumps. You know what I mean? And so I'm seeing this mistake all over, guys. And I don't own all these, but what I'm looking for is good project, guys. The leading real world asset project is Ondo right here, sitting down 10% on the day, only at 63rd in overall market cap here on coinmarketcap.com. This is real world assets. This is tokenization of real estate. This is tokenization of everything real world assets has to do. Another one, artificial intelligence is going to run so hard in the next 10 years. AI is getting into absolutely everything, guys. And then when we look at memes, one thing I want to highlight is how big of a cool off we have had in memes. If you look, 137 billion, and then just to today is 122 billion. And even if we go back to the beginning of November, we're at 116, and that's approximately where we are now. So meme coins are approximately flat for the month. And if you were to take out Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and anything that got a Coinbase listing, memes would be drastically down on the month. That's the only sector that is down. So I believe the cool off for memes is almost over, and we are going to see a lot of degen money flow into that. But it's not just degens. It's going to be institutional money, okay? I'm not talking about the people that are buying Bitcoin, but I'm talking about the big players, the market makers, the people that really move this, that have the influential money. Hey, secret. Our little money is not moving anything, but there's other people's money that can move things. And so that is what I am looking for. I believe the meme coin market is definitely oversold. Just look at this. Pepe is up 28% on something that is almost an $11 billion market cap. So let's take $3 billion off of that. Okay, let's go to Mogcoin. Let's take another 700 million off of that. Baby Dogecoin. Okay, let's take another 700 million off of that. Oh, Turbo. Let's take another 350 million off of that. Do you get what I'm saying? If you were to take the top meme coins off the list, then the overall crypto market cap for meme coins would be drastically down for the month, and that's the only thing. And when we pair that with when we go on the daily and we see everything's bleeding right here, but then we go to the weekly and we see what is up. Meme coins are up, or other cryptos that you have to buy on decentralized exchanges, and then Uniswap is up. I really do believe we are heading towards a DEX season, a smaller cap season. That's exactly what that means. If you're buying stuff on decentralized exchanges, you are not buying XRP, right? You are not buying this coin that went from 50 cents to almost $3. That is not what you're buying. But guys, we've got CPI data coming up on Wednesday tomorrow. We got to see how the markets reacted. This Bitcoin is currently sitting at 97,700 after putting in a low of under 95,000. Fear and greed index starting to reset at 76. Altcoin season at 67. And Ethereum is still far below. Either Ethereum's going to be the biggest underperformer this cycle, or it's still got approximately a 63% run to go, in my opinion. But guys, let me know, what are you doing? What are you doing? The markets are down. Are you heavy in altcoins? Are you dollar cost averaging in altcoins? Or are you out of the market completely? Do you think the top's in? I want to know what you think, guys. And if you're not a part of the Freeman of Finance family, what are we doing? Subscribe. I love you all.